A deal's a deal. I work at a credit union and we use a fancy online system to validate checks. It was designed by the guy from Catch Me If You Can. If they're over a certain value, we run them through the system and they come back either clear or with a hold recommendation. At which point we do some research on the account and decide for ourselves whether to put a hold on the check or deny it if it gives us the willies. So this day is a pretty steady one. And I'm holding down the teller line while my colleagues take lunch. A woman walks in with her partner. Her face is, soon understandably, a bit of a mess and she looks visibly upset. So she hands me a check for $65,000 and asks to deposit it. Sure, I say. Just as a heads up though, there'll probably be a couple-day hold on it, just because of the amount. How long? The boyfriend suddenly asks. Bear in mind, he is not on the check and he is not on the account. So it is exactly nothing to do with him. I'll do the best I can for you, I say very deliberately to her, directing my responses to the account holder after all. But based on the amount, you're probably looking at about 5 to 10 days. It's a security feature to protect you in case the check bounces for any reason. She nods shyly in understanding. But he butts in with, no, that won't work. I need that money this weekend. Babe, it's fine. We were going to save it anyway. She says quietly. No, I told you I wanted that charger now that we have the money for it. He responds. I do my best to roll my eyes internally and just decide to busy myself running the check. That's when I notice what it is. This is a life insurance check. For her dad. All the pieces started to fit together now. Her dad had died. Most likely very recently. And this was the check she had to remember him by. And this great ass wanted it for a new car. Go gadget. Malicious compliance. Okay. I'll make you a deal, I begin. I think this needs to go on hold because of the amount. But being as it's coming from a verifiable source, our system might clear it. Here's the deal. If you don't want to take my 5 to 10 days, we'll run it through the system. Take whatever it says and do that. So it might go straight in? God's gift to dating asks. I've seen it clear bigger checks, yeah. If it thinks the source is good enough, then yeah. I say. This was technically true. I have seen bigger checks cleared by the system with no holds. But never an insurance check. They're too easily forged and too often, and it makes our system very paranoid. Alright, that's a deal, he says. I ignore him, shoot her a knowing glance and say very carefully, is that okay with you? It is your check. She must have picked up on what I was putting down because she agreed very readily. Ran the check. Extended 30-day hold recommendation. I enjoy watching the color drain from Casanova's face. Catch the first smile on hers I've seen since she walked in and offer him some Keegan wisdom. Whenever you gamble, my friend, eventually you lose. I'm really very sorry for your loss. Whatever. He spits out. I was speaking to her. I clarify. The way I see it, I just bought that poor girl 30 days to get rid of him. Cold sweat smile. Not all bank tellers wear capes. Beautiful. I hope she puts it in her retirement account. And I think Dad would be pleased with that. In the 70s I worked with a sound rental company. When someone brought us a check, we would call the bank to verify it. Outside of banking hours we could not call, so we were taking a risk on checks. Over the years of being there, we started to notice that the German Shepherd that lived at the auto body shop next door would only bark at people whose checks did not clear at the bank when we called. We started using him as our after-hours credit manager. If Sherman liked you, we would take your check. If he barked at you, we would not. What a mess. You did good op. I worked in rental cars for 8 years. Chargers are a scumbag red flag. To get rid of him in 30 days, she could tell him she got a call from the back that they confiscated the check for fraud. And you have to get a lawyer to get your money. Then ask him to borrow thousands of dollars for the lawyer. Lol. Very good malicious compliance. Love it. Well done. Hopefully she gets rid of that loser. You are a wonderful person. Golf clap. Frank Abagnale. I love that movie. Can you put a note on the system that the customer is vulnerable and needs protection, especially for car-sized purchases and monthly car-sized payments? Perhaps your organization can reach out to her and catch her when she is able to talk freely and discuss putting a more permanent hold on the amount. Do you have a department that deals with vulnerable customers that you can alert? If you have access to accounts, please report about a different, completely unrelated account, whether it made a $65,000 withdrawal in the near future. Honestly, sometimes it feels like bank tellers are being dicks, getting involved when they shouldn't be. However, when you take a moment to reflect on what they're saying and doing, you realize they are trying to protect people. My experience with the dick bank teller, which ultimately made me the dick, was when I kept going to the bank every other day and seeing the same bank teller. I had loads of money in the account, and she knew. I would constantly withdraw a few hundred here or there for various bills and oddities that were out of my norm. This particular day I went in, asked for a few grand to do some car repairs or whatever. I can't remember exactly, but let's go with car shit. And she just starts questioning me. And I'm just getting annoyed. Because this was the start of COVID and I genuinely did not want to even be out of my house. I don't recall saying anything offensive to her. But boy, when I got into my car, you best damn well I was saying some bad shit to my family about her. Anyway, we eventually cleared shit up and she helped my family purchase a house, and ultimately, upon reflection, she was just trying to protect. I did gain a lot of respect for her once I was able to calm down and properly reflect on her questions and why she had asked them. Sorry, but this is clearly an example of beneficial compliance, not malicious. 16th rule of acquisition. Sorry I had to. I hope that poor woman did use that 30 days you gave her to dump his sorry butt. Grin. I despise bullies. And that S.O.B. clearly is one. This is just speculation on my part, but this must have happened some time ago. I don't think recommending holding the check would work today. Thinking face. The guy from Catch Me If You Can is a liar though. That is the best MC resolution I have heard in a long time. Blessings on you. Thank goodness for people like you! Exclamation mark.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.